what EG likes to do. They like to kind of, what his words are, is run a disruptive dual lane, something that doesn't really...
This could be deja vu all over again.
Yep.
And Universe throws the ice path. That's a bit of a wishful thinking ice path, and that's an easy first blood. And pretty sure we saw this, and it was, hey, that's fine. I'll just pre-rune, no worries.
The thing is I don't even think he can just pop the health potion and go back to the lane, because he's not going to have an orb available to get away for next time. So that's a lot of time that he has to waste, unfortunately. Gale
onto the Ogre as Zai picked up the DD, and yeah, there's going to be the waveform, and Arteezy gonna come and secure the kill. That was bizarre. The Ogre, I don't know if he couldn't click or what, but they, like, Zai was standing right.
That was very questionable, but I was gonna say that this is where instances of how well you do in the early game really, like, we stressed the early game. Oh, no.
What's he doing? That was strange as well. And Peter just about died, and will die. Ends up dying to the Ogre. The Ogre's going to end up giving his body for it too, though. Universe has an ice path in 1 second. There's a stone that locks down the Ogre. In the meantime, Will doing what damage he can, and they managed to get the kill on Arteezy. That alone makes it worthwhile. And Fear reassembling and cleaned up as well. So some bizarre plays here and there on both sides. Sloppy.
The second you get close enough, you just coil, you run away, you break it, you get stunned again. So
Grave Chill on the Fear. Familiars are there to stun him out. He's got help from the low ground, and he's going to end up dying. Multicast, procced at the right time, and Ignite. Should be enough to... Nope, is it enough? That was his last bottle charge. Got him. Crypt Swarm from down low. And now they're going to go ahead and re-engage Peter. In some trouble. There's going to be the waveform from Arteezy. In the meantime, nice ice path. Got two. They're going to end up getting at least one. PPD will die in the river. Arteezy still alive, morphing his strength, trying to keep up and standing. Universe going to eat the Crypt Swarm along with them. There is no glyph, so they may end up getting an out-and-out trade for it. And there's an ice path thrown. Universe being zoned out, and they will go ahead and take it. So, oh, wow, they actually caught him with a 2x multicast on the Fire Blast. There's going to be a macro power that goes down before he dies, but Arteezy's there to follow it up. Fear, two-man clap and the split. Waveform straight through. Mags down. Illidan's next on the list after the rock from the Earth Spirit, or Earth Panda. Shit. Got it. Got him. So a nice 100 gold infusion for them. Bounty going to be spotted, taken by Phobos. Fear turned away. Fear did, by the way, decide to go Vlad's after that. Now, there are some creeps. Ogre trying to be sneaky, has creeps on his tail as they pursued him into the woods, and Arteezy's there with PPD to help clean it up. In the meantime, could have another breakout of action here in mid. There's going to be a coil spin on Universe that did not get Zai. Zai did manage to get off his ulti. But in the meantime, Universe still being pursued. There's going to be the Soul Assumption, and that makes it 11-7. So action everywhere, and Phobos isn't even done yet. We've got Arteezy trying to chase him down, trying to pursue him, but Fear's here with an invis, and they've got 3 and 4. If Zai wants to make his way, slither his way through the jungle, they would be engaging into a whole team at this stage, though. And if Fear decides to pull the trigger, this could get ugly very quickly. Speaking of, PPD spotted out and about to be brought down, and he's going to die for free. Fear showing good patience again and not getting too far ahead of himself. We will see Universe showing off his blink and jumping out. Phobos up, got eyes on him. Universe has a TP. Gonna ice path. Familiars are there though. And the coil spent just in case. It's actually used as well. But he ends up dead. And Fear could do nothing but stare on as a silent observer and finally blink away and find himself a haste rune. So in mid though, we're gonna have Illidan engaged upon by Arteezy and Zai. And let's see if Arteezy can catch him. He's going to have Adaptive Strike. Yep, got him. That's going to be a killing spree for like the Summit, as well as working in cooperation with Ace. But we will be having more games every day of the week for the next, for quite some time. Fear's going to get the clap on Illidan. And uses a BKB. He's going to be hit with the statically. He's just going to go ahead and split immediately. Rock from behind. PPD is there. Throws the Chain Frost. And once again, some interesting Chain Frost usage. And Mag's actually going to turn back around. All right. I guess they want to reset and try to fight this. That's bizarre. Gale goes off. There's going to be the exorcism, but Mag is just melting amidst all of it. Ends up dropping before 5 seconds of his ulti. There's going to be a coil used that time. Managed to get 2, but it doesn't matter. The damage isn't there. Zai's ult is late. But it's not yet. Again, just doesn't matter. He's going to end up feeding his body, but in the end, the rest of Polar gets tracked down. That's 5 for 1. And tossed it in the air. Ice Path is there. He actually does BKB, but the good ulti goes off from Zai. Caught two. Illidan's lashed onto him, however. They're going to end up chasing out Mag. Mag moving very quickly. Polar still waiting on Fear's ulti to be expended, and they're not going to do it quite yet. Now he's finally going to split. He's right on top of the Ogre. This is basically just Fear here. Meanwhile, behind that, we see the Razor does end up dropping, but Fear doing work. Tosses the Visage into the air using the Storm aspect. Now they're going to get the Rock off onto the Ogre. And they should be able to follow this up and clean it up. We can actually see Phobos is cleaned up by Arteezy behind the fight. And Fear, even though unable to secure any kills on his own, ran plenty of interference to guarantee that they got the two they really wanted to get out of that, which was the Puck as well as Illidan. Macro Pyre down, Arteezy eating some damage, not going to matter though. Ice Path there to follow, and Arteezy makes it a double kill for himself. Universe right on top of Lil again. Hits him with the dual breath. Arteezy going to have his Aegis pop, but he's going to be quite happy with that. Very lopsided engagement this time around. And he's actually going to wait for him back in and go for the shotgun on Lil. Not enough damage behind it. We're going to see Universe actually Yules himself after the first Yules. Now Fear's going to be there. Phobos has to be careful. And Ice Path is going to be there. I just heard Arteezy trying to shotgun someone. Looks like it was Mag. He's going to wait for him through. Right clicks are not enough, and he has a lot of damage stolen away from him. Yeah, he's hitting for nothing, and that's just a feed. Getting way too greedy. A little too big for his britches. Universe misses with the Ice Path onto Phobos. Fear's still on his tail. Did use his BKB. It's now down to 7 seconds. Waiting on the phase shift. Gets the clap. And the follow-up right click, so they end up trading 1 for 1. Still, Arteezy's death probably much more unnecessary. Off from Zai, and he does have a Veil. He didn't use it. Just now is he going to use it. PPD is there to try to help him out. And he's going to end up dying, but PPD still has a Chain Frost. He's waiting on the BKBs to expire, and here comes Arteezy, ready to clean it up from behind. And once again, the pursuit of a Venomancer will end up being the death of Illidan. And Eyes a little too... Once again, only got one, and it got Zai. Fear, tanky as he is, not caring much about this damage. There's going to be the ultimate. He got Lil with that. Don't think he got anyone else. So questionable ultimates from Puck and Zai as well. And they may be able to follow this up. Mag using his exorcism to try to hold the line. There's going to be a Yules onto PPD. Comes back down to the ground. Doesn't have a whole lot to say for himself as he was silenced out. Behind it all, though, we see the racks down at bottom. Down and gone. Universe continuing to peck away at this tier 3 in mid. So even though the kills are coming slowly for Polar, they're giving up a lot in exchange for the Mag. Has his BKB deployed. That'll be coming off here in just a minute or two. Yep, the second or two, I should say. Arteezy still trying to hang and fight. He's going to be caught with a multicast, and those familiars are doing fair amounts of damage. Universe right there, lays the Macro Pyre. And Illidan's going to come into it and try to go to work on Arteezy. And no reason to Ice Path, but Illidan's taking a lot more damage than I think he knew he would. Zai not going to do a whole lot, though, just letting that damage get sapped away. Zai, PPD, and Arteezy up in top lane. Fear's still there. Over towards mid. Exorcism's going to be used, and they may just decide to kite this out. There's going to be the Yules used on Venomancer. Comes back down, gets off the ult. He got 3 with it. And Zai's going to end up dead amidst all of this, but in the meantime, Arteezy is doing work on Illidan, who has slowed down so much, couldn't even begin to run away despite the coil placed by Phobos. Phobos comes back in, phase shifts out of a little bit of damage, but gonna wake up to a bad dream, as I'm sure they're gonna end up catching him. In the meantime, Fear doing work in mid lane. Tier 3 is down. Universe is there right with him. This is going to be the death of these racks, and most likely your GG coming up momentarily. Birds hit the ground. Really odd oddities in them that they really don't give them that big a chance to succeed.
Yeah, and even the Visage pickup against Panda, like the Birds with the evasion against him was not that effective. Final stand here from Mag as he's trying to use that BKB and kill that PPD. And he does able to do that. And yeah, last hurrah, not going to work out. Lil gets taken out by Fear. Wicked 6 streak for him. He's 8-2 and 8. Level 23 actually tops in the game, and yeah, this is going to be GG.
Get out, Peter. I never understood that controversy. I don't want to go into it.
All right, he's got Axe. This is the start of a comeback.
All right, Scepter done. And there's going to be the ulti from Zai. A Gale as well. Arteezy is going to end up dead and buy him back. Most likely. No, hell of that. Just going to morph strength to be immortal. Phobos is going to die, and he's still alive.
Wow.
Yep, so Arteezy in quite good shape. And Polar just continuing to press this out. The creeps are going to win this game alone before too terribly long. Ice Path, Fear's there, follows it up. Fear's got himself a passion. BT dubs, and just beating him to death. 500 damage crits coming out of Fear. Dead skis. And that should just about be that. Mag dragging it out a little bit. But not going to be long. So, I mean, really, I feel like Fear played an amazing good all day today. He's going to finish up 8-3-9. Not the highest on the board as Arteezy claims that, with 13-3-9. But he was really solid on the Slark in game 1 as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think he played fantastically a game. I do think that it was a bit easier this game just because of the inherent lack of counters to Panda. But yeah, I still think he played a solid game. I actually think his Panda is one of the better ones in the Western scene that I've seen. I think his micros
they actually just clipped.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, no, they're fine.
Yeah, finally done. That was just funny. They used Glyph on the Ancient there at the end. So, game 2 ends with an EG win, and one that didn't look all that particularly difficult. Took him 44 minutes to hang a game to a loss on Polar. But Polar still...